Oh, greetings, grasshoppers. Welcome to the Bot Signal. My name is RJ Redden. Entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most are just shouting into a black hole or they're a carbon copy of everybody else's message and they can't get engagement on or offline to save their lives. So I create epic chatbot experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and then they convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to motivate 1 million people to change their marketing. Why don't we start with you today? That's what I think. All right, my darlings, welcome to the little morning coffee session today. Today on my mind is customer service. I talk about this a lot here because chatbots can do so much to improve people's customer service, and it's easy to implement. So, I want to talk to you about real customer service. Let's talk about the way it is, shall we? If you went to a physical store somewhere, let's say it's a furniture store, and you went inside, someone approached you, you said, I need help, and they dropped a whole bunch of papers and books in front of you and said, sort through that. If you can't find it, then I'll be in the back room behind a locked door in an inside secret chamber that you need a password to. That's what most online customer service is like these days, isn't it? There, you have a question, you try to get a hold of somebody, they give you the knowledge base, then you type in your question, and the computer searches the knowledge base and presents you with more articles that you don't want to read, don't have time to read, all of that stuff. And it takes you 5 or 6 or 7 clicks just to get to a person. And sometimes you don't even get there. Looking at you, Facebook. Anyway, there's a lot of problem with online customer service these days because nobody wants to hire a whole bunch of people, covering shifts 24/7. We want to give customer service 24/7. And so what we end up doing is we put all of these things in place where people might be able to figure out their answer, and then we give them maybe an opportunity for a person. That's not what clients really want. That's not what clients really want. And here's how I can tell. Because when I want help, I just want it simple. I want it on demand. I want just the topic that I need to know about. I don't need to know about all the related things that could happen on there. Please, I don't need to know any of that. So here it is. I want to show you something right now. This is something that I encountered on my way to Tampa's Synapse conference last week. And I think that this is really interesting. So boom, here we go. I'll take me, let's see, I'll do that. Okay. Full screen. Hopefully you can see this, but this is something that I encountered that really impressed me last week when I was going to Tampa. This is Dallas Love Field. This is the Southwest. These are all, I think they're all Southwest flights. They might be. Anyway, immediately I read this and I thought to myself, this is perfect. This is perfect customer service. I don't necessarily need every single detail about the flight. I don't need all of the stuff. I just need to know, do I have time to do something I need to do or not? I need to know, is the flight boarding or not? And it's taking the same information that airports always give everybody. There's that huge arrivals board and stuff's constantly flashing on there, and you've got to find your flight. You've got to find what gate, and then by the time you've memorized that, it's flashed off, and then you need more information. Not here. Here, they tell you exactly when stuff's happening. They tell you how much time you have. You need to browse the magazines? Yep, go right ahead. You need a last minute souvenir? Sure, you've got time. And then they tell you also when stuff's just about to go. And then they tell you, of course, when stuff's boarding. Isn't this a fabulous example of the customer service that we want to be able to give people? For me, I absolutely want to do this. This is so much more important to me than giving information the way that everybody else gives it. Giving, all of the boring online stuff, dig through the knowledge base. Now there's this, now there's this. All of the different things that people have set up so that you don't have to ask a person a question. All right, I gotcha. What can bots do that's different? Well, my friends, when I have artificial intelligence on my side, I can do everything different. I can think of all the questions that somebody might want to ask me or that they ask me super frequently. If you're a person that does your own customer service, hey, te amo, good to see you. So, we're talking about customer service and how chatbots can provide an entirely different experience through the artificial intelligence. Because all I have to do is think of every question that you can ask me. All the questions that people ask me super frequently, even all the questions that they don't ask. I can think of all of it. I can pre-program it into my bot. And you can come and just type a question into my bot and get it answered. It's on demand. It's the difference between saying, oh, you've got a problem. Let me grab you this entire, the guy with the watches. Hey, I got a lot of watches for you. I don't need watches right now. I need an answer to a question. Can I get a human? You won't, for me, my system will flag a human. If there is no answer to the question that you have put in there, my system will flag a human. Absolutely. It'll tell the person asking the question, hey, I've had to flag a human on this. They'll get to you within 48 hours on business days. Perfect. That stuff happens because sometimes people absolutely do need a human being when their problem is difficult enough, right? Te amo loves bots. Well, I love bots too. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So that's the kind of question, that's the kind of stuff that I want to provide. We're an on-demand society right now. We have Hulu, we have Netflix, we have all of these things. We no longer have to wait for a show, to appear on television before we can watch it. Now, sometimes they do that. Game of Thrones did that. Some people still do kind of a weekly thing where everybody watches at once, which is kind of cool. It's a community feel. But with most of our stuff these days, certainly with all of the information that we get online, we don't have to wait for that stuff. We just call up a website. Boom, it's there. Why should our customer service be any different? Also, if you provided this kind of customer service that people can call up on demand whenever they want, answers to questions, how much would you stand out? How much would you stand out from your competitors? A lot is the answer to that question, just in case you didn't know it. Anyway, very good. So that's what I'm wanting to, impart this morning. Why do we do it the way everybody else does it on the internet? It doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve our clients. It doesn't build trust. When I'm wanting to know an answer about some software that I'm working with, and I have to dig through all of the, answers that sort of might be the same, but don't really apply to what I'm asking at all, it doesn't serve me. It doesn't serve me at all. Also, what my system will do, what the TrueChat system will do, is it will flag questions that don't have an answer. And then I can go through those later and answer the question. so that the machine learns over time. It gets smarter over time. It serves better over time. And isn't that something that we would all love to be able to do? So think of today's message is I want you to think about your customer service differently. I want you to think about your customer service in a way that you provide people what they really want. Just like this little sign in Tampa, you're providing people what they really want when they really want it. Just that one piece of information. Am I boarding? How long do I have? This sign answers all those questions for all of these gates, right? So I want to have the same thing. I want to have the same thing in your customer service. I want to have it in your bot. Of course, artificial intelligence, the only way that you can get that in the bots that I build, of course, TrueChat, boop. ManyChat doesn't offer artificial intelligence stuff. So there is that. But they're the people I trust, and they're the people I love working with. So if you want to know more about bots, text bots 555-888, and you will get a hold of me. You'll get a hold of a little bot strategy, and then you'll get a chance to get on a calendar with me to talk about how bots might serve your business. But I'll tell you this. Absolutely everybody out there needs awesome customer service without chaining yourself or someone else to a desk. You need it. We can provide that. So, Ed Weinberg, how are you, my friend? It has indeed been a while, and I love seeing you. So, very good. Well, I'm just about to wrap up, Ed. So, customer service, we've got a whole lot to offer there in terms of what we can do with AI nowadays. And we can provide a whole new context for it. So that's it for me for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there as always. And that's it. I will see you in a bot.